Hey Maria, it's Heather. I thought I'd take a minute to respond to your discussion board because I enjoyed reading it. I really like how you start out by talking about just making sure the study is culturally appropriate. I think it's so important to respect, so many things within a study, but let alone just the various cultures. Because when you're looking at doing a study with an entire congregation, you've got specifically, let's say adults, you've got adults that, different views on mental health, different diagnoses of mental health, like all the different generations of people, the gender, marital status, financial status, like there's so many contributing factors that could go into any study. So I love that you're going to just respect that about everybody, just their involvement in the study and their ability to understand what the study is about, what it's asking, and the kind of the multiple ways that you talk about that you would collect data, I think is so important because you're right. You've got maybe older people who don't have technology or don't use it, so you could mail those to those or take them in person. Whereas other people, for example, like SurveyMonkey is like one of the most used, right? And so using that to send out to people, but offering them something else would be smart. I love that you talk about overall the study would take a year. I think that's interesting because you would actually see the implementation of what changes you wanted to make, right? Because as we know, so many people go in and do research, right? And then they just leave. And our textbook talks about that too, about, everyone goes into various countries or whatnot and creates programs, but the implementation of it, right? The ability for that country to continue being able to to play that out, right? So you want to make it fit for this type of study and program. So I love that you would do it for a year because then you could see, okay, here's the research that I did. Here's maybe a program or something else I implemented, and then here's the best part. You could conduct like a longitudinal study if you wanted to, and see the difference in a year on people's mental health or just their opinions about mental health. Overall, I think you did a really good job on your discussion board. I really like on page 435 of our chapter, the book talks a lot about funding, right? So all of us are kind of saying, okay, between, this much money or 10,000 or 20,000 or whatnot. But I think it's super cool to remember that the book talks about you can get grants, you can get stakeholders involved, you can get other corporations, to fill in. And then also it talks too about the researchers, right? You want researchers who kind of understand what they're doing, right? They have the ability to carry out research, maybe compete for funds. And then it also talks about training and mentoring research students and early career researchers. So the people that you want involved are going to, be able to help you, right? That y'all all have the same playing field and education and kind of just that training opportunity. I really liked what you had to say. And it'd be interesting to see how many people want to do this for a dissertation, or because of the new options, there's one creating a program, right? So if somebody wanted to follow through with this, they could make this their dissertation or program creation for their dissertation. I hope that you're having a good week. I will see you in class on Thursday. Thanks.